Welcome to the Complete Fitness Podcast with Core for Complete Fitness. Your episode is starting in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, peoples. Happy July 13th. Hopefully you guys had a great 4th of July week or weekend, however you celebrated. It was weird having it in the middle of the week this week, but you're here now, so that's all that matters. And hopefully this works. I've restarted this episode 3 times, and hopefully the third time is the charm, and we get no little bugaboos along the way. But before I dive into things, guys, like always, if you could please subscribe to this podcast, depending on what you're listening to, iTunes, Spotify, Audible. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can do it on there too. There's a little subscribe button, and if you hit the subscribe button, you'll get notified whenever we launch a new episode, and it just helps us bump up the charts on the internet algorithm so we can share this with more people. And if there's anybody that you're like, hey, so-and-so needs to hear this message, I think it could really help them out, feel free to share it with them too. The way we grow this thing is through you guys, so the more listeners that we can potentially help, then the more this will keep growing, and it'll have the snowball effect, and we can keep on cranking these things out for you. Now, today, I want to talk to you, kind of all of this ties together with the theme of today, but we took a vacation last week for the first time this whole year as a family, and it's one of those things that you don't realize sometimes kind of how good you feel taking a break until you actually take a break. We're like, I think this is like the first full year we've had a kid in school every single day, with our daughter in kindergarten. Then she'll be in first grade next year. And then we have our other one starting in preschool, at least the preschool, a couple days starting off next year. So anyways, end of the school year, and then we've had dance recitals, and then you have work, and then we're switching up some schedules at work, and then we're taking the kids to and from school and ending the school, and then they have recitals. And it's just been like, my wife works in the summertime. Summers are busy season for real estate. So anyways, long story short, it's just been go, 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 go every freaking day. And you don't realize how much you need a break sometimes until you take it. And just like the mental refreshness and mental clarity that comes with taking a break, I feel 10 times better this week. I think I was just too much in the go, go, go mode. And sometimes it takes a little time to step back and just unplug, where you kind of always feel like you're missing something if you don't, where you're like, oh my gosh, I got to stay on the grindstone. I'm going to miss an email. I'm going to miss a text message. Going to miss a phone call. Going to miss a this. Going to miss a that. I got to stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. And you still have to do that, right? You can't just completely throw in the towel on your life and your responsibilities, but giving your mind a break sometimes, giving your body a break. When we were on vacation, I went for a jog, I swam, and then one day I found a pickup game of hockey to play. I had my hockey bag in the back, but I gave like all my big muscles just like a break. Everything just took like a big old chill pill, and I feel 10 times better. The only thing that bugs me, we had a long ass drive. It was about 11 and a half hours on the way home. On the way there, I think it was like 13. And just from like pumping the gas and your leg being cramped up, I did squats today, and I felt like one leg could move freely and the other one was just like completely locked in place. So despite that little thing, I'm as good can be. So if you need a recharge, if you need a refresh, guys, the work will always be there. The crap will always be there. The grass always has to get cut. There's always going to be crap going on with the house, but don't be afraid to, like, every 90 days, give yourself like 48 or 72 hours just to kind of disconnect from stuff. I know you still got jobs, you got kids. Sometimes it's not easy to do, but it was nice just to kind of relax. And even the 4th of July week, we're like, everybody's traveling. People are going up north. If you're in Michigan, people are doing stuff. So that's like the slowest week of the gym basically for us. So it was nice to just kind of relax. But which ties into what I wanted to tell you. One of the questions, or I should say, things people always worry about, like I told you guys, is missing a workout. And they go, I've been so glued in, and I made a couple of videos on social media today, but they get so glued in with their schedule and their routine. And they go, I've been doing so good, for the past 6 weeks or for the past 2 months. I'm so worried about going on vacation and undoing everything. And what I tell them is this: missing a workout is probably not going to change anything. Missing a single workout is probably not going to change anything. If you're on vacation, missing even a week's workout, and depending on how active you are, when you come back, is probably not going to make that big of a deal. So we're kind of in this dicey period for the summertime where kids are doing activities, you're kind of off of your routine. Maybe you're working from home and your kids are driving you insane. Um, what gets people off track is the having the playable card always on the table of I can miss a workout. It's not necessarily missing the single workout that gets you in trouble. It's always having that option on the table is today I can miss another day because I did it 2 days ago, or I missed a day last week so I can do it again this week. Or every day I've been missing a whatever because of work and so I can do it again this week. And when that is your habitual mindset of just when the things get tough or I get stressed or traffic sucks or I didn't get enough sleep, oh, there's a card that I always play. Guess what? It's going to be really, really, really difficult to get to where you want to go. And to be 100% truthful, you're going to have way more challenging days or things that go against the grain of how you operate. And you still have to get what you have to get done, more so than just the skies opened up, there's no traffic. Around the gym where we live in Milford, it is a shit show. I'm not just saying it to say it. I know everybody's got to do summer construction. There's no way to like get to our house right now. The main road you take, they're installing a gas line. So we have to get off the highway, take a dirt road. Everybody's getting rerouted. The highways are down to one lane. The alternate routes are all down. It's a nightmare, a nightmare. But you still got to go, okay, I got to make this work. I got to plug away for this for, let's say, 2 weeks or 3 weeks until they're doing all construction. But if you always have that card on the table on, oh, there's an inconvenience today. I can't do this. Oh, there's a this today. I can't do this. Or my kid has blah, 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 blah. You know, you're going to have the days where you don't feel good or you're sick or you twist an ankle or just something you're like, okay, today I can't do it. And there's a difference between missing a day because there's an emergency where, I mean, knock on wood, but your kid falls off of the handlebars or something. And just the days that you're like, okay, this is a scheduled rest day. I know every Wednesday or every Thursday is my midweek. I give my body a break. I go for a walk, or Sunday is my day of active rest where I just do yard work all day. The scheduled rest days are there for a reason, guys. It's because they're scheduled in just like they would be for a regular workout. But when every time you're mixing and matching, oh, well, you know, I don't want to go to the gym today, so today's going to be my scheduled rest day. It doesn't work like that. The scheduled rest days are just important to schedule in, just like your regular workout days. So that way, you know, when the going gets tough and I don't necessarily want to go to the gym, I know that I have my day off coming in 2 weeks. So that means that or 2 days, I should say. And that means that I have to go do it now. So if you want to miss a day, or there's an emergency, or you're going on a trip, or you're driving all day like we just were, those days are going to be there. They're few and far between, but they're going to be there. But the other days that you know you're just being crabby pants, or you just have bad traffic, or you just have some chaos going on that's temporary, those are the days you have to make count. Because otherwise, if you don't, you're always going to have kind of that playable card on the deck going, oh, well, I did this one 2 weeks ago. Look, traffic was bad again today. Guess I can play the I can skip card, or guess I can play I can eat whatever I want card. Then you'll never get anywhere. I'm telling you, you have to have that mental fortitude and the willpower for when things get tough to actually be able to push through to get to where you want to go. Now, tying into that is something I want to touch on today, and that's kind of the yo-yo effect of what happens generally when people take a break or they go on vacation or they do something. They had a crappy weekend. It was 4th of July, and I weighed myself the Saturday we got back. So we got back Friday night. I weighed myself at the gym Sunday morning, and over the course of vacation, I gained 3 pounds. I was still active, drink water like a SOB the entire time, but just from not eating what I normally eat, I had a little bit more sugar than I was used to. I had a little bit more carbohydrates than I was used to, and your body just responds by holding on to water naturally. Doesn't mean that I gained 3 pounds of fat in a week. Remember, guys, there's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat, roughly. So that means I would have had to have almost 10,000, what did I say, grams? 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. That means I would have had almost 10,000 calories and access and not moving a muscle in that week period to be able to gain 3 pounds of just fat. So it's actually extremely hard to do in such a small amount of time. So what happens with people is they step on the scale after a holiday weekend or after a vacation and they go, oh my gosh, I gained all this weight. That means Monday, nothing. I'm drinking water all day. I'm not going to eat anything. It's going to be a chicken breast. I'm going to have that, or I'll starve myself till 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock comes. I'm so hungry that I binge, and your body's constantly doing this back and forth, back and forth. But remember what I said. You probably didn't gain 3 pounds of fat. You're probably holding on to a shitload of water in your body just from not eating what you normally eat. So today I weighed myself again. I'm down 2 pounds. Not because I starved myself, not because I did anything crazy, but just because I got right back on track. Drink a bunch of water, focus on a high protein diet, cut out the sugar, which is what I normally do. And all of a sudden, everything kind of recalibrates itself, right? Super duper easy. And you can see, okay, if I did that in 2 days, let me give myself 2 more days. And by week's end, I should be probably right back to where I usually am. A lot of people don't do that though. A lot of people get back and they feel guilty and they swing that pendulum the other way. I was pigging out. I was going crazy on this side. Oh my God, I feel so guilty. And they swing back. I'm going to starve myself. Oh my God, this is too hard. But now I don't get any treats. I'll swing back over here. Oh my God, I feel guilty again. And they're constantly riding this wave, going back and forth and back and forth. And meanwhile, where all the good stuff happens is right in the middle of where that thing is swinging. And that's where you want to be 99.9% of the time, but you don't live there. A lot of people either live on one extreme or the other extreme, or they bounce between the two. So your job should be, if you did have fun over the 4th of July, or if you did go on a trip, or if you're coming back from a trip, or you're planning a trip, when you come back, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't starve yourself. Don't try to go, I'm going to force myself to do whatever bullshit cleanse is going on right now. Focus on just doing the stuff that you've always done where 99% of the progress is made. If you did intermittent fasting and it worked for you before, go ahead and do it again. If it means you don't have sugar during the week and you only have, whatever it is, a pizza night on Saturday, get back to doing that. But don't try to reinvent the wheel. All it does is wreak havoc on your body. It causes you to become stressed out. And when that happens, guys, guess what's going to happen? You're going to throw in the towel. You're going to stop taking care of yourself. And you're going to go, it just doesn't work for me. So make sure that whatever you're doing, don't yo-yo. Don't go up, down, up, down, up, down. Just get right back on track. And I promise you, you'll be as good as gold in no time. Now, what happens, like I touched on, really hard to gain 3 pounds of just fat in about a week, right? You literally have to just kind of sit on your butt and just force feed yourself. So when you're overeating those sugars and you're overeating, not even overeating, but if you're just eating more than you usually do, your body holds on to water. When you hold on to water, that causes bloating and it causes water retention. And you feel kind of like puffy and doughy and you're like, I want to get this off of me. So how do you get rid of that? It takes water to eliminate water, right? Otherwise, it just kind of sits in your body. So act like my body is 100% filled with water right now. And to get rid of it, it can just either just sit in there like a big water balloon, or to get rid of it and move it out of my body. If I drink water, I will go to the bathroom and that will flush it all out of my body. But you have to be able to drink water to actually do that, or it just stays still. You want to try to get rid of sugar, try to get rid of too many carbohydrates, so that way everything can kind of think of your body like a sponge, kind of squeeze all that fluid and all that water out of you, and then voila, before you know it, you're back to normal. So if you do feel bloated or gross or puffy, I was there a couple days ago, felt it too, but get right back on track by doing those simple things. Focus on protein, focus on your water, get the sugar, get the crap out of there, the processed crap, and you'll be amazed in just a couple days. Just that little tweak, how much better you feel almost instantly. Now, next thing, the importance of rest. And this kind of ties into what I was telling you about missing a workout. And I've talked to you about it before. When you're giving your body rest, guys, that does not mean you're doing absolutely nothing. There is a very fine line that you have to walk where you have to keep yourself honest and you have to keep yourself truthful and accountable. Very rarely do I not get a day that I'm either at or close to 10,000 steps, either intentional or unintentionally. I try to make it a goal, even on the days that I don't hit a workout, just to keep that going as close as I possibly can. Reason being, guys, we're human beings, we're designed to stay active. Muscles, workout, whatever type of training that you do, whether it's heavy lifting, whether it's high intensity interval training, whether it's bodybuilding, just like anything, your muscles need time to repair themselves. And if you're constantly in a state of breakdown, breakdown, breakdown through resistance, your body's not getting ample time to repair. And no matter what kind of workout you do, whether it's intense or not intense, you can only kind of push that meter on for so long before things start going. I'm not repairing. I'm just kind of breaking myself down. Excuse me, shouldn't have picked an energy drink today. To the point of exhaustion, the point of fatigue. So, like we touched on with missing a workout, give yourself a day or 2 days over the course of a week to let all the muscles in your body heal itself. So, for instance, my day is usually Sunday or Saturday, depending how I feel midweek, usually Wednesday or Thursday. Normally it's on a Thursday. That's my day to coach, so I'm walking around like crazy anyways. But if I don't, what at least I notice is by Friday or Saturday morning, I'm like whooped. Like I'm like tired whooped. Like I felt like I was like working in the yard all day and I'm like in the sun and I just feel exhausted. Some of you guys might be cool. Some of you guys might get more sleep than me. Some of you guys might not have kids running around, but I know for me, with all of that kind of culminating and kind of boiling up, I usually try to give myself 2 rest days a week where I can let everything chill. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything. And I'll give you an example of that. So, Sunday or Saturday is usually the day for yard work. Cut the grass, got a weed whack, pick up all the crap in the back. We get everything tidied up. It's kind of just our day to like freshen up the house and do everything that has to get done. And usually that alone, I'll get about 10,000 steps. That doesn't mean I'm a couch potato. It doesn't mean I'm sitting on my butt all day, but I'm still trying to stay active and stay moving. Give your big muscles a break. Give the heavy lifting. You know, there's good stress and there's bad stress. Um, when you're exercising, obviously you're putting yourself under good stress. It's going to be healthy. You're doing this to make yourself strong. You're doing this to keep your heart healthy, keep your body fat percentage down, and be a healthy individual. But it's stress all the same. You still want to give yourself a couple days to let everything kind of chill and everything gel back together. And that's going to think, you want to think in terms of longevity. I would rather be able to work out consistently for, let's say, 10 years by giving myself 1 or 2 days of rest during the week where I'm still active than being only work out for 5 years because I tried to redline myself every single day. And like I said, there's weeks that I feel great. There's weeks that I'm like, I'm banging out 6 days this week. I'm good to go. I'm still just going to have a nice, easy day on Sunday and do some yard work. But for the most part, guys, like we touched on, schedule in your rest periods as if they were just as important as your training days. And that way you always know you're going to get a break. So, what I mean by that is if it's Monday, and like I touched on, traffic sucks and it's congested and they're installing gas pipes underneath the ground and there's no way to get home, and you really want to skip and you really want to skip, but on Tuesday or Wednesday is the day that you have for your rest day, what do you think that's going to do for Monday? You're going to go, okay, I'm getting a rest day in 1 or 2 days. I got to make sure that I hit it today because my rest day is coming up. Where if you're so willy-nilly on just going like, well, but didn't work out today or I didn't feel like getting to the gym, you're not scheduling those rest days in. It's kind of wearing on you up here. So no matter what day of the week you want to have, depending on how your weekly schedule is, give yourself the mental break, the physical break 1 or 2 days during the week. That'll make sure that, you're not just playing that Jedi mind trick with yourself and going, you worked too hard today. You can take a break, or you did this over the weekend. You can take a rest day today. Otherwise, you can play that game till the cows come home. Our minds are intricate machines that can convince us of doing just about anything, both good and bad, if we allow it to. But most of the people, they do. They end up going, kind of give themselves the reward at the end before they even accomplish anything. So that is my speech to you. I know it's summertime. I know a lot of us are going on trips, taking vacations, coming back from stuff. We got 4th of July that just passed. I think it's Memorial Day coming up soon. Kids are going back to school in like 2 months, month and a half. God, that's weird to say. And then we're back on the grind again. But that's all I got for you today, peoples. That was my big one today. This is usually the week where people feel super duper guilty about what they did. I don't want to see you guys try to do the square peg round hole analogy and make yourself feel even worse because you did some crazy ass diet the week you got back from 4th of July. And then you're constantly, like I said, doing the pendulum swing. Just get right back on track. And I promise you, in a few days, you'll be right where you were probably before you left off with the scale. Now, if you need help with that, like I touched on, getting in your protein, getting in all the stuff that you need to do, head to core4supplements.com. We have everything from protein to vegan protein to pre-workout to gummy sleep vitamins to what else? Immune boost vitamins. We got it all. The gummies are all delicious, guys. Our kids will take them, which says something. And they taste like a little treat if you do want to do the deep sleep gummies. 2 is all you need. And I swear to God, I've tried a lot of stuff to help me sleep. And that within 20, 25 minutes, you're off in La La Land. They work good. And if you go to core4supplements.com and you use the code word podcast at the checkout, you will save 10% off of everything. So make sure if you do buy something, guys, use the code word, save some money. And if you want to save even more money, if you spend over 99 bucks or $100, you get free shipping on your entire order. So if you want to grab a month's worth or a couple months worth and save some cash, then it'll do that. And now you can subscribe right to the delivery. So if you keep forgetting to go, crap, I always forget and I have to wait 4 more days for my protein to get here, or I have to run from the gym, you can have it drop at your doorstep every single day. If you go on the website and you can click the subscribe button, and that way it'll show up every single time. So you don't have to keep doing it. And just like Amazon package, it'll show up on your door and you'll be good to go and ready to rock. But that is all, people. Have a great rest of July. Keep kicking butt. Keep taking names. Proud of you guys. And I will see you back here next week. Adios.